everyone, this is Amanda from InShape. I am going to be doing a dumbbell workout that you can follow along with if you have any weights. Today I'm going to be using 5 pound weights, but you can use any weight you want 1 to 2, 3 pounds, 4 pounds, 5 pounds, whatever you feel comfortable with. There are going to be like between 15 and 20 repetitions of each exercise. So make sure to use a weight that isn't too heavy. If you don't have weights at home, you can use anything of equal weight. So 2 soup cans, 2 water bottles, 2 bags of beans. Those are like about a pound, like dried beans or lentils. If you don't like using weights, if you have any wrist injuries or difficulty carrying weights, all of these exercises can be done without weights too. But today we're just going to focus on like the correct form. We won't be going too fast, and it'll just be showing you how to do the movement, so you can practice this exercise if you are missing a day of the virtual classes and you just want to work on upper body. This would be a good one for you to keep for sort of like a rainy day workout. But I will begin, and there's about 10 different exercises we're going to do. So we're going to focus on the shoulders, the triceps, the biceps, and a little bit of the back as well. So the first one we're going to do is a standing V raise. I'm going to hold my weights down at my side. My thumbs are going to be pointing forward. So instead of like this, they'll be out like this. That'll sort of remind us that we're going forward this way. It's called a V raise because we're starting here. Oops, let me get a good angle. We're starting here with your weights down here, sort of lower than your hips, and your arms are going to come up in a V. So I'll move to the side so you can see that as well. Your arms are straight down, and we'll do 15 of these. That's 5. And that's 10. 5 more. And go at your own speed. You can just count in your head. You don't have to keep up with the video. And 15. Good. The next one we're going to do is the shoulder press. We'll do 20 of these. So we're starting up here. Arms are at right angles, and we're just pressing up for 20. That's halfway. And that's 20. And if you feel like you want to have a break, you can always pause, take a rest. I'm going to go through this pretty quickly, but pause it and then resume when you're ready, because usually we do rest in between exercises, but just for the purpose of time, I'm going to go through it. The next one we're going to do are our tricep kickbacks. So these are sort of like kind of like little extensions, sort of, but we're going to be in the position that we would do if we were doing bent over rows. So we're bent over a little bit, slight bend in your knees. Your arms are at a bend like this, and we're going back with the weights. So you're just hinging at the elbow, and the only thing that should be moving back are your forearms, but your weights are being held the same way when you did the standing V raise. Your thumb should be pointing out, and you're just going back. Your weight should be going straight back. They shouldn't be going out. So straight back behind you. And we're doing 15 of these. next one is also going to be for the tricep muscle. These will be overhead tricep extensions. Um, if you want to do a heavier weight on these, you can. You can take two weights and hold them together if you want, but they're starting over your head and essentially it's sort of extending back this way and bringing it back up. If you just want to drop down to one weight, you can do that too. You can hold the weight this way if it's comfortable. You can hold it this way if it's comfortable. However you feel comfortable holding the weight so you don't feel like it'll fall when you do this exercise, but you're starting with the weight over your head and we're again bending only at the elbow down. This is very slow and very controlled. And we're going to do 15 of these. So I'm using 1 5-pound weight right now. So that's 15. The next exercise that I want to do are in and out curls. So this is a combo move, and when we complete both of the exercises, that'll count as one. We're going to do a total of 20 for these. So these are going to be, we're curling, it's going to be a hammer curl in. So instead of your regular curl like this, it's a hammer curl this way, and then back down, and then out again, like doing the standing V raise. So that movement counts as one. So I will count and we'll do 20. So that's in, back down, and out. That was one. In, out, that's two. So form is more important than speed. I suggest going slow. You can actually look at what you're doing and make sure that both of your arms are even. Make sure that you're working the right muscle group. So this should be your biceps right now. And a little bit of your triceps too on the way down, right? Because you want to use control so that your arm isn't swinging down with the weight. So we have about 5 more to go. There's 1, 2, 3, that's 4, and that's 5. So your arms are probably pretty tired right now, but everybody's doing really great. If you've made it this far, you're doing really, really good. So give yourself a little break if you need, get a drink of water. Next is going to be the reverse flies. This one's a little bit more challenging because you're going to have to be in a position where you're sort of bent over. If that's uncomfortable for you, you can always do it just standing up. I will demonstrate both ways. And this one might be a little bit harder, so you'll just do 10 because the weight will start feeling heavy. This will be an exercise to strengthen your shoulders and your back as well. So it's a little bit more challenging, but essentially we're bending over this way. Keep a slight bend in your knees so that you're comfortable, but you're bending down, your head can be up, and you're starting with the weights down in front of you, and you're doing this fly motion. So I'll go to the side. If that's too difficult, you can just do it up here. You don't want to go higher than your shoulders. Fight the urge to try to go as high as you can. It doesn't make the exercise better. It's actually better if you kind of just have a really controlled movement and you stop at the shoulders. You don't want to use the momentum of your arms swinging. Some people like find that easier, and it is easier, but it's not doing the exercise properly. So really slow, nice and controlled. Don't use momentum. And even though you are raising your arms, you still want to remember to leave your shoulders down and back. So you might have to like be mindful to reset while you do this exercise because it's easy to scrunch up your shoulders like that. All right, very good, everyone. I'm going to take a drink also. So the next one we're going to do are reverse curls. So this is going to work your forearm a little bit, which is a muscle that we don't typically think about exercising that often. So a little bit of forearms, a little bit of wrist strength, and hand strength too, actually, because we're going to want, the exercise is going to make us want to sort of bend our hands down like this at the wrist, but you want to keep really, really firm. Try not to let your hands sort of droop like this. So we're starting here, our palms are facing down. So sort of counterintuitive because we want to do curls like this way. But remember, this is a reverse curl, so your palms are facing down. And what I want you to do is bring your weights up this way. Again, palms are facing down. You only need to go about waist height. You don't have to go further. And so it's a reverse curl, right? So instead of going up, we focus on going down. So we start up, and then we slowly drop down. And it's not a very big movement, right? So it's just like this. Doesn't feel like it's doing much, but believe me, after you get to your 10th one or your 15th one, we're doing 15 of these, you'll be feeling it. Especially because this isn't really a muscle that we tend to think about exercising all too often. So that's 4. That's 10. So we have 5 more here. Really good. Very good. So that's it for that one. So kind of wiggle your arms out. We got 2 more to go. So the last one that we're going to do sort of for our shoulders is going to be, it's called havoc raises. So one of your arms, we'll start with the left arm is going to be going out and the right arm is going to be going out in front of you. We're going to be moving these arms up at the same time. So it's not alternating. It's alternating sides, but they're both moving at the same time. So essentially you're raising them both up. And you're kind of also in a V pattern, but it's like a right angle your arms are in. So one is going up in front of you and one is going out to your side. And again, we don't want to swing, right? And use that momentum like this. We want to really, really slow down and squeeze your arms as you pull the weights up. You don't have to go any higher than your shoulders. If this is too challenging with the weights, just practice with no weights until you feel more comfortable, and then you can add in the weights. But I promise, the more you do these exercises, the easier they will become. And if they're too easy, if you're not finding yourself kind of struggling to complete the reps, then you probably need to go up in weight a little bit. So a couple more. Okay, excellent. Really good. So the last one is going to be our curl holds. This one is really going to be about control. So it's a regular curl, and we're taking our time as we slowly hold this curl and lower. And we're going to be lowering for about 15 to 20 seconds. So it doesn't look like it's moving down, but it is. And you're using your arms to hold these weights up and fight gravity, right? So that's the exercise. One more curl up. We're going to do a total of 15 of these. So this is a slow one. So pace yourself, take your time. It's not a race. Fight the urge to just drop the weight down and be done. Keep going. Really slow. We'll do two more. All right, last one. I think I said that this was the last one. I'm sorry, I forgot one. It's just our regular curl. So one weight at a time. You can just drop a weight. We're doing one side. And so this is going to be a bicep move. So we're just going to do a curl and we're going across our body. You don't have to go that high, but I do want you to take your time. Take a look down at your arm. You can actually probably see your bicep muscle working, especially by now because you've had like a lot of time to sort of get these muscles pumping. But really slow, really watch how this move is going. And we're going to do 10 on each side. So it's just your basic curl up. And your other arm is just resting comfortably at your side. And one more on this side. Make sure you're getting that full extension down as you release the weight. Switch sides. 1, 2. And you can always look down and check your form, check your alignment. You can always reset. Got 2 more here. 10. All right. Don't forget to stretch, everybody, after you do a good upper body workout. Do your arm stretches. Hold them for longer than I'm doing it, but I'm just kind of moving quickly here. But really take time to stretch out. You did a lot of work today, so really stretch. But nice job, everyone. Thank you, and stay tuned for some more videos. Have a nice day.